What's up, nerds? Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of news. Hold on. I got that all wrong. Today is Friday. We do very
Yep.
little news, but we do a lot of running down. And with me, I have my host, Centel. Y'all know my partner in crime. Tell what's up to the folks, Centel.
Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, I'm the yin to your yang and all that. I'm just happy that it's Friday. I got a little something to sip on. I got some grapes, boy. And I'm happy to talk this geek-ish. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So we're gonna get drunk, talk a lot of geekish, and talk with everything y'all want to talk about in the chat. But we're gonna do a little bit of news. Let's talk about a little bit of news. Pete Davidson is not going out in space any longer. Blue Origins kicked him
oh.
off the ship.
Oh, Kanye made a call, huh?
I
Yeah, made
wonder
a
if
call.
Kanye made a call. That's what I'm thinking. It says Blue Origin's senior flight with the New Shepard has shifted to Tuesday, March 29th. Pete Davidson is no longer able to join the NS-20 crew on this mission. Yeah, Kanye got him kicked off. I put my money on Kanye got him kicked off.
You know what's funny is as annoying as this whole thing is, and it is slightly annoying. I do respect Ye's gangster enough to have enough influence to be disruptive enough to make it not in Amazon's best favor to hop on Blue Origin. I can see that happen. I really could.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, Davidson was scheduled to be an honorary guest, an inclusion
Mhm.
designed to build hype alongside 5 paying customers on Blue Origin's fourth crew flight. Previous guests have included Star Trek's actor William Shatner,
Yep.
GMA anchor and former football star Michael Strahan, female
Mhm.
aviator Wally Funk, and Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos. Let's be
Hold on.
honest, Pete Davidson
They
doesn't
launched a
even fit
football
in
player
that
already?
circle.
No, he doesn't at all. But he gets clicks, and clicks bring attention, and it brings attention to Blue Origin.
Does he
So
get clicks though? Which would you rather see? Him do it or you rather see Kim Kardashian in space?
neither.
I actually want to see Kim in space. I wonder if does that fake body fall apart in space? How does
Yeah, I
gravity
was
act
just about to
in body?
say I don't know how gravity's gonna mess
I
with
want to see
silicone
it though. Don't you
and
want to
plastic.
see it? Don't
And
you want to see it? Will you not be entertained by that?
uh, I mean maybe it would get clicks. You know,
It would get a
that's the
lot of
thing.
clicks.
That's the
I would
thing.
like to
You
see
know what
Kim
it is?
Kardashian go in space.
Is it the fact that Pete has been airing out a lot of dirty laundry with getting like I heard he just got branded. I think he just got branded and had Kim's label or business brand on him or something. I don't know. And then
Oh, that's
him
foolish.
airing out
Oh, that's foolish. Oh,
him
that's
airing out
foolish.
dirty laundry on Twitter. It could be, not all. They always say,
No,
all any
shared
attention is
text
good attention. But
messages.
sometimes, if you're trying to establish a newly fledgling brand like they're doing with the spaceship stuff, maybe you want to put more of a positive spin on it and
Yeah.
not have this drama
Yeah,
go be
send
attached
Kanye
to
into space. We'd like to see that. He probably shoot a music
it.
video.
He would absolutely shoot a music video and then
Him,
once
him,
again
him and
beat
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise to the punch. Once again, beat Tom Cruise to the punch.
I mean, do we really care to see Tom Cruise in space? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care the fact he's shooting a movie in space. Who cares?
I think people just want to see, I think Tom Cruise is OG enough to die on his sword, to die on his acting sword. And I think I'm kind of just waiting to bear witness to it. Because it's only a matter of time before something goes wrong, right? Like you can you're gonna crap out eventually. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch just to see if he survives.
Okay.
No, I mean
Okay.
the last big thing Tom Cruise did, like he literally tied himself to the side of a cargo plane while it took off.
Yeah,
Like
he
he had
did.
to, like I heard he had to have like specially designed like contact lenses just so that he can see like what was going on while he did. Like who does that? Like really?
Somebody worth hundreds of millions of dollars that don't have a will to live any longer.
Dog, this dude, dog. Did you ever see like the behind the scenes? I think it was Mission Impossible 2. There's a scene where somebody comes down on him with a knife and is about to like stab his face with a knife, and they stop the knife literally like a half of an inch from his eyeball.
Oh, that was real?
That was not CG. It was not CG. It was all practical.
That
All
sounds cool.
It sounds ridiculous and retarded and foolhardy, and you're betting.
I mean, but that's Tom
way
Cruise,
too much.
though.
You're putting way too much on the
Do
line. From
we
your
expect
eye?
anything less from Tom Cruise?
No.
Do we expect anything less?
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna die on the sword, dog. He's gonna.
What I
he's
need
going
to see is
die in the
him and John
craft.
Travolta and Face Off too.
They're way too old.
That's why we need to see it. See if they both die on their swords.
It would be
in the
called
name of
geriatric off.
Scientology. In the name of Scientology.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, he's Did you know what's his name? The John Travolta, the cat you just said. You know, he's got his own personal airplane tower field. Like he can like personally from his own like residence. Like
that makes
like
sense.
nuts.
I don't doubt
He has
that.
his own airfield.
Of course, and Kobe Bryant could take off from his own helipad.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, if I was moving cocaine and small children in the name of Scientology, I need my own airfield too.
It was funny. I love how you could just absolutely just go straight for the throat of Scientologists, because you don't really have any, anything invested. But for other fellow thespians, they'd be like real quiet. They'd be like, "Ooh, I can't really say that."
They know it's true. They know that. I've been by the Scientology center when they throw it out trash with armed guards at midnight. Those are babies.
Look, he's still going in. He ain't even pausing. Look at
no, there's no pause. There's no pause. They get no love.
Scientology, as hilarious as the concept of Scientology is, it is mad funny to see people like really get real quiet when you talk about it. Like people,
I'm not gonna get
don't understand how for real it is in LA.
It's racist too. No, I'm going all in. They have us servants on another planet. They took black people from Earth and made us servants in another planet. Get out of here.
Hold on, I thought that was the Mormons that did that.
The Mormons did that too. They did it in their heaven too.
Yeah,
we're both.
Okay.
Both. They just found the way.
We can't even get the afterlife, fam.
Put us back on plantation.
I can't get no peace in the afterlife. Word. Oh, I still gotta be old, man. So here you go.
Just be normal humans out here. Just live our life just like them. Nah, they get no love from me.
Yo, for everybody that's in the chat, if you just want to absolutely like laugh your ass off about something that people took completely serious, YouTube, the history of Mormons animation cartoon. Yeah, the Mormons history cartoon. It is, oh my gosh. And the thing is that it looks like it's hilarious and it's not taking itself seriously, but it is absolutely taking itself seriously. And it's that old, like early 80s, late 70s animation style, that heavy metal style. You remember from heavy metal?
Super Friends level.
Yo, it's mad funny though. It's mad funny.
It is mad funny.
I know we just went off
it's
on
crazy, right? I was like,
tangent.
can we just be people?
Nah.
Can we just be people?
You can't drink out of my afterlife water fountain. All right, let me stop.
Exactly. It's so weird. Speaking of other things that's interesting, that's not Scientology related at all.
Okay,
The Mandalorian season 3 has added Back to the Future Christopher Lloyd to the cast. So Christopher Lloyd is adding Star Wars to the list of celebrated sci-fi franchises in his filmography with the appearance in season 3 of The Mandalorian.
You mean 3.5, right?
You better show up as Doc Brown.
Season 3.5. Yeah, right. So we don't want to see you as anything else.
I'm going to show up as Doc Brown. He better show up as Doc Brown. That's all I'm saying. He got to come in, Morty. And we was like, oh my God, the Mandalorian is Morty. The Mandalorian is Morty.
Yo, I'm trying to sit here trying to think what other like banger was Christopher Lloyd in outside of Back to the Future.
It doesn't matter. Back to the Future is one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Yes, it is. Well, the first two. The third one's a little it's tough.
It's one of the greatest trilogies of all time. I did not stutter. You didn't hear me stutter.
You like the third one?
Was not a good movie. It was not a bad movie. It just wasn't a good movie. It was just a movie.
Yeah, I mean, the first two are definitely legendary. Yeah. Christopher Lloyd, I'm really sitting here trying to think what else has he done. Somebody in the chat
Name a
tell me what else
trilogy is
Christopher Lloyd is
good.
like.
I'll wait.
A flawless trilogy?
It
You know
has
what?
to be
You know,
flawless to be Back to the Future.
I mean, you can't. I know
See,
the Lord of the Rings takes a
exactly.
lot of heat. Yo, Lord of the Rings was a really good trilogy. I know.
Man, let me
Look
tell
at
you
your face.
something.
You see your face scrunch up. You see your face scrunch up. Come on, man.
Man, let
Lord
me
of the
tell you
Rings was a
something.
really good trilogy.
It was a
Not one was
marathon
bad.
movie.
They were
It was
long.
about.
I
It was
will
a
say they were long.
walkathon.
They
It
were
was a
long. They were long.
walkathon for breast cancer. I don't know what it was.
Yo, somebody said Paul Wright said Star Trek. Let's see, the motion picture. The Wrath of Khan was the second one, right? And
The
I
Wrath
forgot
of
what
Khan
the
was
third
the
one was.
second one.
I forgot what the third one was. Yeah.
The Wrath of Khan was a solid
Perfect
movie.
trilogies.
You're not going to name one. They don't exist. They're never going to exist. No, there's no such thing. It is Back to the Future. Flawless soundtrack. The best Nikes ever put on screen.
Yeah.
Hoverboards.
But you're talking about like part
He
2.
made a DeLorean cool.
Correction. What was I about to say? Christopher Lloyd was a Klingon in one of the Star Treks. A little bit of information from the cheap seats. Thank you so much for dropping that in.
He was a Klingon? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like greatest trilogies ever. You know what? I'll tell you a perfect trilogy. I'll tell you a perfect trilogy. Indiana Jones.
Nope.
The third one, you didn't like the third one?
Nope.
The third one was good.
It was all right.
What?
It was all right.
1, 2, and 3 were dope, man.
It ain't up there with Back to the Future.
Oh, it's better than that. I mean, the third one. Come on, man. Like, when was the last time you watched the third one? Really? Dog, he turned the DeLorean into a stagecoach, man. He turned the DeLorean into a stagecoach.
What's up?
He turned the DeLorean into a stagecoach, man.
Of course he did. That's what you do. Now the third one is okay. It was just okay movie. There's no perfect trilogy, but I will give it to you. I will give you that trilogy you just said, but definitely not Lord of the Rings. That movie was stretched out. If I saw another aerial cyclone turnaround view, another Michael Bay shot with nothing in it but people walking, I'd be angry. That's 90% of the movie. That's 90% of the movie with a bunch of grown men arguing with each other.
But it was good.
No, it wasn't.
Shout out to the chat, Paul Wright. Yo, thank you for popping in. Let's see. He said, and Leia Thompson directed this week's episode of Picard. A little bit of
yeah. We gotta check that out, Paul. We have to catch up because I'm not a Picard liker. What? I'm not a lover of Picard. I'm not a liker of Picard.
He's a top 3 captain. He's a top 3 captain.
He is. I mean, I like Picard as the captain, but his show is trash.
Oh yeah. I mean. So that was a Paramount joint too, right?
Improve that show. You know. Well, they need to treat like a documentary like Ava DuVernay come and take over. Like
yo, speaking of that, did anybody watch DMZ? It came out yesterday. I don't know if anybody
didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it either. I'm going to
ask you, was you disappointed?
I'm going to watch it.
Okay, speaking of other things to not watch, but things to read. New Riddler Year 1 comic is coming out, written by Batman's Paul Dano, has been announced. Do you want to see a Year 1 of Riddler?
No. Why? He's not that
interesting. This movie, did the Batman, I haven't seen it, but did the Batman garner enough respect in the Riddler's mythology to make you want to see a Year 1 of Riddler?
No,
I saw that in Gotham, actually, and it was okay.
Yeah, no. And the Riddler was just okay. It was what was the effect with, it's the Kylo Ren effect, right? And Kylo Ren, the very first time we met Kylo Ren, he was dope. He was dope when he had the mask on. The mask was amazing, and everybody loved him right until he took the mask off. And then once he took the mask off, everything kind of like fell to pieces, and Kylo Ren's character was never the same again.
He took the mask off. When he stopped the laser, I was like, oh, he's badass.
Yeah. He took the mask off and turned into like a pouty teenager.
Stopped it.
Yeah. He was dope, right? But no,
he took
the mask off. He showed us what he showed us.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Funny looking Adam Driver. Well, he belonged in Harry Potter.
I feel that way about Riddler. When we didn't see the Riddler and everything, and his just the threat of the Riddler being around, and it was dope. And then he took the mask off, and I was like,
Did you play the Batman games?
Yeah. I haven't. I have to admit, I have never completed a Batman game ever.
What?
I know. I'll get about 3/4 of the way through, and then I'll be like,
homework assignment is you and your son play Arkham Asylum and see how perfect of a level design that game is. That game is almost perfect.
It was fun.
The only problem that game had was the camera. That's why Uncharted 2 beat it that year. It was the camera work of Uncharted 2 is so cinematic and so dope that it beat better gameplay than Arkham Asylum. Because Arkham Asylum was the first one. They're like, okay, we're gonna reinvent Batman. We're gonna make Batman. That we made him a detective. I'm like, has Batman ever really been a detective?
In the old school comics, he was. Back when it was called Detective Comics.
Yeah, when it was Detective Comics. That's so long ago, man. That's like saying, in those comics, he was a racist. It's so long ago. But he's not a detective. We got to stop pretending Batman's a detective. He beats up petty criminals. There's no detective work.
Tell me where he is. Batman catch you jaywalking, beats the shit out of you. Where's the Joker?
Never seen Batman in the shadows taking pictures, being like a private investigator. That is bullshit. We gotta stop.
Listen. Oh, in the '90s, with the Batman animated series, he did some detective work.
No, he didn't.
The animated series.
Detective work on Catwoman. His detective work was so bad he didn't realize Selena Kyle was Catwoman to season 3.
I can't argue against that. I can't argue against that. Yeah.
No, we're not.
Where were your detective
Veronica
skills?
Mars is a damn detective. This guy's just a guy.
Yo, Johnny Randolph popped into the chat.
After being a Playboy billionaire and being Batman, had time to do detective work. He's never done no detective work. Prep time. Prep time's made up. We've never seen a comic book where he's done prep time. We never flipped 5 pages and him contemplating what to do next. We have never seen that. Stop. We gotta stop playing like this. I'm trying to
the prep time argument is a really good one because you don't really see a lot of prep time montages in Batman properties. You really don't. Like, truth be told, you really don't. But that is the one thing that super Batman fans always plant their flag on. Batman can whoop anybody if you give him enough prep time.
He ain't never done prep time. I've never flipped a page in a Batman comic and he's doing prep time. I flip another page, he's doing prep time. He didn't give me a movie like montage of panels of him doing prep time stuff, where he's up there studying paper, writing on a graph, talking to the computer, flipping tea.
You don't really see it a lot.
I've never seen any prep time. They're full of shit. I'm calling it now.
But you are right though. Like, listen, and I want Johnny Randolph to chime in because he did pop into the chat.
He knows it's real. He doesn't want to admit how real I am about this.
Even Johnny said, the Riddler was okay in the movie, and I feel you. The Riddler was just okay. It wasn't a legendary bad guy performance. I'm sorry, I got you off your Batman tangent. No, I want you to hop back on it, man. This is too much fun.
No, I'm not hopping back on. I'm off. I'm done.
No, look.
You want me to like Batman? I'm not going. Batman doesn't deserve the I deserve to him because I enjoy Batman.
You haven't seen the movie yet, though, huh? You haven't seen the movie yet.
When you cosplay as Batman, the thing that separates you is a couple $1 billion in your utility belt.
Well, anybody can cosplay as Batman. That's the funny thing, and be accurate.
And be accurate. Be 100%.
Those superpowers. But I was saying earlier, have you seen the movie yet? You seen the
I have not seen the movie.
Okay, all right. Johnny Randolph, of course, he's a DC guy, and he gonna let you just Batman. He said he diagnosed all the weaknesses of the Justice League. That he did. He had a contingency plan for his own people in case they got out of pocket, which actually served them well.
I mean, if I was a comic book writer and I said this character I've never seen do any prep time had a pocket, it was the guy that can actually take everybody down. Of course, white men will write an average white man to be able to take down superheroes in extraterrestrial life. Of course, that's what's going to happen.
Oh boy, the Batman love.
You know what I'm saying? I chose violence today. I don't know what you chose, but I chose violence.
Yeah, what's in your glass?
Drinking on
hey, it is happy hour. I need to see what's in your glass. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what you got.
I have
that ain't water.
Absolute Elixir vodka.
Mm.
Okay.
That's
all you need to know.
Way to bring in your Friday. Yeah, I'm just sipping on some grapes, man. This is just a regular old Merlot. Don't give me no sideways quotes. I know you drinking Merlot. I like Merlot.
Listen to Johnny Randolph. He diagnosed all the weaknesses of the Justice League. Corny. I ain't never seen him do it. He ain't do it unless he put it on camera. It ain't real unless he put it on camera. He ain't never did it. You know what happened? He had the black man that works for him in the shadows do all that stuff, and he claimed all that man's work. Lucius Fox did all that work. Prove me wrong.
Yo, isn't Lucius Fox's son the new Batman now? In the comics,
now he is.
I think he is, right?
About time
or a version of him.
About time he earned it. Yeah. Lucius Fox, he probably knows it, but his dad knows. He probably doing all the work by himself. You know, the original Batman died, so they get the black guy his role and his daddy's role at the same time.
You got to do double the work, fam.
Double the work. It's double the work.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I chose that violence. Is right.
Yeah. So with all that being said, I take it that you will not be partaking in the new Riddler comic book, the Riddler origin story.
No, I'm barely partaking in the Batman comics. Let me be honest with you. I barely partake in DC comics. Okay. There's no offense to DC. The comics are all right. Their superheroes are horrible. Their villains are amazing.
Yeah, that's a very accurate description.
Yeah,
they do have really good
their villains are some of the most amazing, dynamic characters ever created. Then they get beat up by a bunch of half-wits that have privilege.
Listen, all right, listen. I gotta say, I was asking if you've seen it because I didn't want to spoil it. Listen, this is one of the funny things about the Batman movie. To me, nobody else thought it was funny, but I thought it was. Is like, the privilege that he expresses is crazy. Like, this dude really just showed up to crime scenes, and they kind of acknowledge it, like, yo, you just gonna let this dude show up to a crime scene? He ain't even a cop. And they be like,
exactly.
Yo, there's a moment in the movie, doc. This dude assaults an officer, breaks out of the police station, and then like 30 minutes later, he's back at another crime scene with another police officer, and they're like, well, Batman gets like that sometimes. I was like, yo, you gotta have some serious privilege to just do that and just,
that's why his cowl doesn't cover the lower part of his face. You know why?
Because you got to make sure he's white.
That's right. That's right.
Be like, hey, we can't shoot him now. You see the cow? He can't do that. Yo, if that cow had any melanin, they'd empty the clip in him.
At least two times.
All right, yo, let me stop. You're dragging me in the muck with you, man. Let's get out of the Batman muck. Let's reset.
He'll get mad at us. Let's move on. Okay. So
his greatest superpower is his privilege.
So Humble Bundle decided to get on this giveaway train. Have you ever done Humble Bundle before?
I keep hearing about it, man. So,
Humble Bundle is an amazing
good way to get a lot for a little
website. And they bundle up games and comic books and books and stuff that you need in the geek sphere as a bundle to go to towards a charity. So Humble Bundle said, itch.io, we hear what you're doing. You dropped over 900 games for $10. We get that. You gave away 900 games for $10 for Ukraine. So Humble Bundle said, we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna have our own bundle. We're gonna put it together with the Ukraine charity. And so Humble has joined forces with the game creators, book publishers, software makers from around the globe to stand with Ukraine bundle that will give 100% of the proceeds to the humanitarian efforts in the Ukraine through charity partners. Raison for Ukraine, International Rescue Committee, International Medical Corps, and Direct Relief. The bundle features over 120 games, books, and software, including Spyro Reignited Trilogy and Back 4 Blood, the Pathfinder and Warhammer rulebooks, and 12 months license for Game Maker Pro Studio.
How much is
They got Max Payne, they got Fable, they got Quantum. Grab that, son. Grab it,
Now, how much is
son.
that?
Grab it.
Huh.
So yeah, they're giving away the whole entire bundle for a donation of $40 up to March 25th. I
I
may
don't
have
think I
to
need
grab
that.
it just to grab it. They got some
Yeah.
games.
Damn,
Super
they've
hot.
already raised $3 million. They've already raised $3 million.
Yep.
Yo, you know what? Let's grab the bundle, and then maybe on Sunday when we have our game time, we can load up
play
one of
some
the games from
games.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can plug this to go along with it.
Yeah, let's do
nice.
that.
Hey,
Grab the bundle.
I know
We'll
we're
grab the
having a
bundle.
mini
We'll support
pre-production
Humble Bundle.
meeting in the middle of the shoot.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure we can pull something
People
out.
here for the happy hour.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
know as bad as people want me to dig in on DC Comics, you know, I could talk about, you know, doing this bundle deal. I'm all about this.
Yo, they got the second edition core rulebook for Pathfinder in here too. Huh.
Yeah. See,
I'm looking at this. They got the boys comic volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
All right.
You like, give me that.
Dang, they got toys to come with it too. Hey, if you're big into tabletop, you know, they got some toys to go along with it. They really do got bug.
They brought it together. They're like, yo, we got you, son.
That's pretty impressive. Okay, that's not bad.
Get this Humble Bundle, right?
Yeah. Dang,
I'm about that Humble Bundle.
All right, let me get back on task. Let me I'm gonna drop the link into the chats for everybody.
Okay.
So you guys can check this out real quick. You know, and of course it goes to a good cause. Oh, the link is too big. Damn. Link is too big. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I'm all about this.
Yeah, man, maybe Back for Blood. That would be a fun one to play. Because
I'd say that's what
if you happen to be listening to and you grab that Humble Bundle.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. That's my game.
Shoot some zombies. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my game. That's Left 4 Dead, the newly version of Left 4 Dead. I'm about that life, son. I'm about that life. What life are you about? That life.
I'm all about headshot and zombies. All right, bet. Humble Bundle. Boom. I keep hearing about it, and I've never actually purchased one. So today will be my purchase.
Your first Humble Bundle. Aren't you proud? And as you buy more games, you know $40 to get you all the games.
Mm-hmm. I heard something kind of interesting because of course I'm watching the tournament, the NCAA bracket tournament is going on.
Yep.
And there was a player from Ukraine on one of the teams because the Ukraine drops a lot of players, right? Like a lot of NBA players come from the Ukraine in college if they don't make it to the pros. But anyways, so you know they did like a little piece about him and his family and the things that he's going through and stuff. And I didn't realize, like, you know, we were like the Klitschko's, the former heavyweight champions. There's two of them. It's two brothers. Yeah. Both of them were heavyweight champions. You know, man, they grabbed a gun and, you know, they're holding fort in Ukraine.
Of course they are. You know, the Klitschko's are a fighting family, right? They're warriors. They're a family.
They definitely got hands. Let me tell you that, because
they do got hands.
When it comes to the fight game, when it comes to fighting, like they didn't get beat. Like they just was like, well, nobody's worthy, and we'll just go ahead and just retire the belt. Well, I mean, they're still keeping it moving, and there was like, all right, well, you know, we'll take up arms and fight for the cause. So I just thought that was, you know, that was just an interesting piece.
Yeah, they're about those hands.
They're very wealthy.
The fact they picked up a gun, you know. Yeah. I don't know if I'll go. I don't think I will fly back to the Ukraine to fight for my country. Mm-hmm. Like if I was out of the United States and the United States had a war attack on them, and I was in like let's say, I don't know, Brazil. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming back. Wish everybody well.
I mean, hey, man, there's no judgment coming for me. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. War.
I get it.
Jacked up, interesting thing. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I do what you gotta do, son.
You do what you gotta do. Yo, that's hey, right. Big huge shout out to the voice in the sky, our other co-producer. He shortened the link for Humble Bundle, so you can just check out the chat and click it, and you know, maybe you know, there's gonna be 2 more spots on the Back for Blood team with me. And we can decide if you want to, you know, crack some heads with us.
Come on, crack
So
some
yeah,
heads with us about that life. What life is that? About that life.
headshots for humanity. That's what
Headshots for humanity.
there we go.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Nothing else but humanity. I saw also Humble Bundle had a racing pack, which is interesting to me.
Are you like racing games? Like, are you
I
going to
love
be on that
racing
Gran
games.
Turismo fan? Are you going to be on that Gran Turismo?
Mhm,
Are you a Gran Turismo
mhm,
kind of person? Okay.
mhm,
You know what? I used to be until I played Horizon, and Horizon was crazy dope. Like
mhm.
Horizon is just super super dope.
It's
So,
they have a Humble Bundle. They give you a 20% coupon off of the Thrustmaster steering wheels as well, the realistic steering wheels. The
ah,
problem is Thrustmaster steering wheels. You have to pick a console, right? You pick either Xbox or you pick a
hmm,
PS4, PS5, PC.
okay.
So the only beauty is that you can play the PC games. You can play
Hmm.
Xbox on PC now. So I'm thinking about getting that and getting a really good steering wheel. Oh
Hey, you might
yeah,
as well. I mean, some of these games are so
it
insanely
is. So the
realistic. You
racing
might
pack
as
is
well.
simulator.
Yeah, yeah, that's nuts.
The
Here's
problem is
something
I
I
don't
found
have it.
interesting.
Mhm,
Here's something I found interesting. It's kind of
mhm.
kind of ties in with that. So I just recently started like watching F1 a little bit. Just
Yeah,
and the main reason is because Netflix did a series about F1, right? And I was like,
F1.
it was late.
Yeah, that's my
Ended
favorite
up
series.
ended up liking it. I didn't even realize I was gonna have a space in my life for F1. F1's really dope. Big shout out to Netflix for putting that out. They created a new fan. One of the things I didn't know is the F1 game that is on the PlayStation is so realistic. It's so well done that they actually use it as a training
Mhm.
simulator for the drivers.
They actually did the driving simulator from that game actually for races during COVID years.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I never
Yeah,
watched one. I never
yeah,
watched one, but I did hear about that.
yeah. So the
Yeah.
COVID during COVID, they
Mhm.
allowed these racers to do the simulator game. So I think it was this one. Yeah, it's realistic. That's the
That's
whole
dope.
purpose of Gran Turismo, right? Gran Turismo, the creator, his job is he wanted people to be able to actually learn how the car drives through his game.
Mm.
So Gran Turismo is more realistic than Forza. Forza is about racing. It's about fast cars moving
Yeah, I
fast.
called it Horizon. It's Forza Horizon. I'm
There's two
sorry. You're
versions
right.
of it. There's
Forza.
Forza,
Yeah.
which is your simulator. Then there's Horizons, which is like the
Hmm.
arcadey version.
Well, I like the arcade one because that joint is off the chain. It was
Yeah,
so
it's
much
fun.
fun. Man, that was good. And you know what? And I like simulators. I do. There's a time
Hmm.
and space for it. But to me, simulators can kind of like eliminate the fun factor. And that
They
is why
can,
Mario Kart will always beat all that.
but it's not a
and,
racing
and, a
game. It's a
damn,
battle.
and a damn thing simulator about Mario
Right.
Kart. And
It's
it
not a
is
racing
still
game though.
arguably one of the
Mhm.
greatest racing games of all time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not a racing game, it's a battler.
Yeah, that's true. But what
It
it
just so
is an
happens
invoker
a
of
racing game.
violence and bad tendencies.
It
Yeah,
does. It does.
nothing. There's only two games that I've seen spark off full blown fist fights. Two.
What are
Madden
those?
football, Madden
Yes.
football, fist fights, guaranteed, guaranteed, and Mario Kart. I've seen people get bodied up off of them two games on multiple
Wow.
occasions. But it's a
Wow.
testament to how hardcore people get, when they get to playing it. Yeah, man, Mario Kart will always be legendary. That's another option
Yeah.
for a Sunday game.
Especially when Luigi gives you those lives when he takes you down. He rolls by and goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Let's invoke some violence.
So Tokyo Museum gives
Mhm.
Pokemon games a fossil exhibit. So you can go to this museum, the National Museum of Nature and Science is normally
Okay.
home to real creatures in Japan, but it will
Okay.
be playing a massive exhibit on fictional natural history of the world of Pokemon. So you can go through this
Okay.
museum and look at the fossilized bones of Pokemon. I so want to go do this.
I don't doubt anything the Pokemon franchise does. There's been a lot of things that the Pokemon franchise has done that's made me be like, "What? Somebody's gonna really do that?" I don't doubt anything because that fan base is so fanatic and so loyal that you could do whatever you want and it'll sell. If you want to see Pokemon fossils, that's a thing word.
Pikachu and the Pokemon are the most recognizable characters in the whole entire world. They beat Mickey Mouse and Mario.
They beat Mickey
and Mario. Wow. Mario beats Mickey. You didn't know that. Mario's a more recognizable character than Mickey Mouse. And Pikachu is the most recognizable character in the whole entire world.
Wow. I don't doubt that.
Then I heard there's a bunch of other Pokemon after them, after those two.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full-blown culture into itself.
And people get mad.
If you are not of that culture, you might scratch your head and be like, I don't get it. You're not supposed to.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What's that?
It's dog fighting. You get these creatures.
I mean, dog fighting or cockfighting. Yeah. It is.
That's basically what it is.
You know, it is funny that you haven't really seen like PETA like really flip out about it. Oh, speaking of PETA, so did you see PETA made a video for Elden Ring of all games, talking about, be nice to animals. But listen, hear me out. As much as I'm not a fan of PETA, so if you're a member of PETA, I don't understand it. But I will give PETA this. It was entertaining. It was entertaining. And they weren't trying to beat you over the head and make you feel bad about,
So if a dog's attacking me, I'm going to beat it to death. And these are not dogs, they're wolves. They're wolves. They're wolves. So if I'm out camping and a wolf is running towards me and I got a gun or any other weapon, one of us got to die. And I hope it
ain't me. Listen, don't tell PETA that, man. Hold on, I'm gonna put the PETA video in the chat real quick. So you can check it out. I'm saying it's actually pretty good. Normally, like I said, anytime I hear anything about PETA, I immediately eye roll. But I was like, okay, at least y'all are chilling out and not tripping on people.
Speaking of PETA and whatnot, there's Jumanji theme park attractions will soon stampede around the globe. Sony Pictures has teamed up with the Merlin Entertainments to develop Jumanji theme park attractions in Europe, the United Kingdom, and North America. First up is Jumanji The Adventure, which opens next month at Merlin's Gardenland Resort in Verona, Italy.
Is Jumanji really that popular?
Jumanji is popular. People like it, but I don't know if they like the Robin Williams version of it. They may like the Kevin Hart version. I don't know. The Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson version.
I can't lie, though. The Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, the first one was kind of funny, but I'm not going to lie. I did laugh.
I didn't see
that was the main. I was the main one talking trash. I don't even remember the second one. But the first one, it was slightly humorous.
And they opened up a Jumanji hotel, themed hotels with it, son. Themed hotels. You can go into the Jumanji world, blow into the video game cartridge, and bam, you're there. Fighting ostriches.
You going?
You down with that? You gonna fight you an ostrich?
I'm not a hardcore Jumanji fan like that, though.
You ain't gonna fight no ostrich?
I'm definitely not fighting an ostrich. Okay. I might eat like, an ostrich leg. That look like it would be a killer, one of them turkey legs that you get from Disney, the big joints that's just smoked perfectly. I feel like ostrich leg would be that same thing, but bigger. It would be like a Fred Flintstone leg. You would like tip your car over. I'm waiting to have a Fred Flintstone some ribs big enough to tip my car over when I do decide to eat meat again. Not eating meat, but
okay.
It's on the list.
I'm going to bring up something that should have happened, that when I read the headline, I was like, why has this not already happened? And why don't we have more movies like this? Emily V. Gordon is writing the Play-Doh movie. You heard right, the Play-Doh movie. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why we need a Play-Doh movie? Why don't we have more claymation films? Leica does great claymation and animation. Why don't we have more of them? I know they're expensive. John M. Chu eyes to direct the Hasbro movie. So Play-Doh will be coming to theaters near you At some point in the future, as E1 and Hasbro mount together to do an animated feature film that the Big Sick Oscar nominated scriptwriter Emily V. Gordon will pen and John M. Chu will produce with an eye to direct. So he's probably going to direct it. The team looks forward to bringing the audience a moldable, pliable, iconically scented story about the importance of imagination. Aren't you excited
I
about this?
mean, I doubted the Lego movie. So I'm not gonna doubt the Play-Doh movie until it proves.
Has
me wrong.
Leica ever made a bad film to you? The Legend of Korra, not the Legend of Korra, Coraline.
That was just okay.
Really?
With James and the Giant Peach. No, that was no.
Mhm.
That's not the same. That's not the same person though.
I love Coraline. That's one of my favorite movies.
It was all right. It was all right.
The ninja one, the samurai one. The samurai one.
Oh, you're talking about in the
Paranormal?
three. No,
Missing
what was it?
Link?
What's it called? It Paranormal was good.
I forgot.
What was Toby and the Three Strings or something like that? I forgot the name of that joint. God,
Yeah,
something
something like that.
That one was good.
Kubo.
That was good. Kuba and the Three Strings. That's what it was.
Box Trolls.
That was really good. Box Trolls. Was
yeah. I loved Coraline though. Coraline was my film. I bought it on Blu-ray. I liked it so much.
But see, everything you just named like came out in like the late 90s. Maybe early 2000s. Like this new generation, do they want that?
Missing Link came out in like 2000, didn't it?
I know Kuba and the Three Strings came out in 2000 something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more recent.
I mean, they probably working on something amazing. Okay.
Yeah,
Coraline came out in 2009.
Okay.
Paranormal came out 2000. Norman came out 2012. The Box Trolls came out 2014.
Oh, I was way
Kubo
off
and the Two Strings came out 2016, and Missing Link came out 2019.
Oh yeah,
they been on it, man.
I stand corrected.
Like they came out in the 90s. Like, no, they came out way later.
It feels like it does. It does. It just feels like
we don't see that type of movie. We don't see that level of claymation anymore.
I'm not doubting it, man. Like I said, I doubted the Lego movie. I'm like, who the hell want to see a movie about Legos? And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So if Play-Doh wants to make a go at it, fine.
Yes.
Fine.
Play-Doh Hasbro. I mean, who does not want to see this level of filmmaking? This filmmaking's dope. It's dope. And I'm thinking, why isn't there a Play-Doh movie? Like, I would have thought of a Play-Doh movie a million years ago.
Yeah, we'll see.
It may be good.
Hasbro. It's a Hasbro project, right?
Hasbro.
I thought
that's what scares me. Hasbro projects.
Didn't they do
Battleship.
It's Battleship, right? Yeah, and that was terrible. Horrible.
G.I. Joe's theirs, Transformers is theirs, technically.
Well, Transformers is a little bit better.
It's different though. It's another studio. It's not really Hasbro in control of that, but it's their stuff. Well, Hasbro doesn't disappoint in his toys. They do great toys.
Yeah, that's their wheelhouse. Yeah, that's what they
own Nerf too, and they do great Nerf toys too.
Do people still play with Nerf outside of the guns? Like when I was a kid, when we were kids, it was all about the Nerf. Girls. It was all about the Nerf football, right? That was the main thing.
Do they have?
And now
Nerf
it's all about Nerf weaponry.
Well, kids don't go outside no more. Parents aren't letting their kids outside.
It's dangerous out there.
It's not. It's not. It's so much safer than when we were out there. So much safer. Lifetime safer. At least 75% safer than when we were out there.
Yeah, when we were kids, we actually worried about stuff like tetanus. I ain't never heard tetanus come out of a kid's mouth ever nowadays because they don't be out.
They go outside. They don't know what tetanus is. Parents don't let them out. Parents don't let them outside. Speaking of what kids do though inside, they watch anime.
Yes.
So FLCL, also in the world of Japan, on the Spooty Cootie, is back with 2 new seasons slated to premiere in 2023. Have you ever watched Spooty Cootie?
I have to admit, I'm not really familiar with that.
Oh man, it's wild. It's wild. It's a sci-fi, coming of age, surrealism anime that people fell in love with. That is off the chain wild. It's just it's a head trip. I say watch it. If you have Toonami, it came on Toonami, people loved it.
Okay.
And it came
Ooh,
on I
Toonami.
think Funimation and all the anime locations, and people loved it. The manga was okay, but I kind of liked anime because it was surrealistic, but I
Right.
didn't think the general public would, and the general public rode with it. They had music behind it. It was like rock infused punk rock stuff. So March 17 marks the 25th anniversary of Toonami's The Vulnerable Programming Block devoted to Japanese anime. Y'all don't know. For the young kids, y'all may not know what Toonami is, but Toonami was a big.
Listen, so big, and you beat me to the punch. So I was just going to ask you. I feel like Toonami hasn't really gotten its flowers. You know, I feel like whoever it was that created Toonami needs to be recognized. There needs to be statues erected in this individual's name, because Toonami, I think it is the sole reason why the anime scene popped off as hard as it did in the United States, as far as like casual consumers are concerned. I don't think it is as dope as it is without Toonami. That's all I'm saying. Please, and if you're in the chat, fire back if you think I'm wrong. But I think it is the Run DMC of rap. It is the Run DMC of anime for Americans, strictly for Americans.
It came before Adult Swim, and Adult Swim came on the heels of it. And now Jason DeMarco, creative director of Toonami and senior vice president of action and anime for Warner Media. That's my job. I need that job. Toonami and senior vice president of action and anime. I don't know anybody better than me for that position. Confirmed on Twitter.
I'm voting for you.
That both seasons will air sometime in 2023. So Jason DeMarco said it's coming. Pretty cool. He's a grunge. Grunge will directed by his Hirotashi Takikiyo and produced by Mont Block Pictures. While Furikuri Shoegaze will be directed by Yutaka Uemura. I like Yutaka. And co-produced by Production IG. They did Ghost in the Shell and Psycho-Pass, so it's 3D animation. And Studio Nut, who did Furikuri Alternative and Deca Decadence. Yeah, that's a lot of words to say there to you all. This is going to be a very interesting project. It's 3D animation, and it's done to a 2D toon shader, so it's gonna be really interesting what they do with it.
I'm here for it.
Wow,
I seen the first pass. Why not?
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man, you should holler at him and be like, "Yo, I am perfect for this."
I know it for action and anime senior vice president. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, you know what's also awesome? Reebok has decided they made some Power Ranger sneakers. Turn Rita, Zed, and Rito into shoes. There are Power Ranger sneakers. Are you ready for that? From Reebok. Reebok's known to do some stuff like this. Them and Puma have jumped the shark in shoe making. Reebok did the Nintendo shoes, and they also did the Animal Crossing shoes. So they jump in the world of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And they came with the villains of all people.
Right? I thought that part is dope. Yeah.
Lord Zed and Rito.
And I want the Ritas. Yeah. It's all about Rita to me, who's arguing. I wasn't a huge fan of Power Rangers. I did watch it, but Rita was always the funniest, most charismatic, hilarious, best villain of all time for me was Rita.
Yeah. I kind of like those shoes. I really do like those. Those are the whatchamacallits. Like those are dope. Man, those are super dope. Lord Zed is all whatever. Lord Zed is all whatever. But those other ones,
that's not bad.
Rita Repulsors are nice.
Yeah, see, give me the. I probably wouldn't rock those.
The Rito Revoltas,
I'm just happy that Rita got some.
Those are the Ritas. Those are kind of clean.
Okay.
The Revoltas are pretty clean too. You know what they should have done? They should have dressed them up into like the AIs, like the Island Iverson's kicks, and done them that way. Like the Revoltas, the ones on the far right should have been AI's kicks or Grant Hill's kicks.
I see what you're
Just
saying.
done it that way. They should
You
have
copping a pair?
branded classic. They should have branded classic. Oh no, Fila does Grant Hill, right? He's Fila.
Yeah, Fila does Grant Hill.
But
at least back in the day,
AI is Reebok.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they should have matched those up.
I mean, there's gonna be. Oh, you think they'll sell out?
Yeah, they're gonna sell out. Like I love those Revoltas. I love those. They're gonna sell out. I'm gonna have me a pair of those. Have some grandpa shoes.
Yeah, I was just asking that.
Grandpa shoes.
You copping some?
Grandpa shoes. Probably hold on to them for a couple of years and resell them.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? HBO Max and Discovery Plus will merge into one app. Which app are they going to become? Are they going to be Discovery, HBO Max? Are they going to be HBO Max? Or are they going to be Discovery?
It should be just HBO. I don't know too many people that's really over the moon and going out of their way to check for Discovery.
Apparently,
I mean, I check for BattleBots because BattleBots is the shit.
Apparently, Discovery is one of the most watched apps. I did not know that.
I did not know that at all either.
Yeah, people are on it. People around the world are on it. They have all those shows, those housing shows, Fixer Upper, and all those shows. People love those shows.
Is that one like the ones that channel was like Naked and Afraid? Them kind of shows, what kind of things?
All those shows.
The Bear Grylls joints.
Yeah,
surviving with Bear Grylls and all that.
Ghost in the House. Redecorating. Yeah, Bear Grylls is still alive.
He's still drinking his own pee?
Probably.
Deadliest
so Discovery bought HBO Max, and HBO Max is buggy as hell.
Truckers.
It's a buggy app, and the Discovery Channel's app does work. I think they're going to go to the Discovery Channel. I don't think they should get rid of the HBO Max branding.
No, at all. It's like apples and oranges with the type of viewing that you're trying to see. I don't see how that blends and works. There's nothing synergistic about that.
They call it the Disco HBO app. It may be called the Disco HBO.
Who is think? Okay,
that's a horrible name.
Trash. Just leave HBO.
They should call it H Discovery app. The H Discovery, like HD, H Discovery app.
No, just leave it HBO Max.
They're not going to do that.
I didn't even like HBO Max. When they added the Max, I was like,
if I paid $8 billion for a house, I'm going to change the name and the color on the house any way color I want to pay.
Yeah, but branding and name recognition goes a really long way. I mean, HBO, the concept of HBO is way older than Discovery. You're talking like 40 years of branding.
That's true.
40 plus years of branding. And Discovery just hit the scene after the millennium. I mean, true. But name recognition goes a long way. That'd be kind of, why would you turn that in? I don't know.
I mean, they could keep the brand recognition inside the app. They could call it HBO Discovery. Or Discover HBO. Discover HBO.
No, you got to leave it HBO.
They're not going to do that. I bought you. My name comes first. That's part of the reason I bought you. My name comes first. When Time bought Warner Brothers, it's called Time Warner. And when you who owned them, it was you who Time Warner. My name comes first because I bought you. That's American tradition.
I don't like it.
I get it.
I don't like it.
I get it.
HBO will always be HBO.
Before I go to show, something we haven't talked about, but we're going to talk about this and go to a good point. We're going to end on a good note.
All right.
WWE legend Scott Hall died at 63. Mr. Razor Ramon passed away at 63 on March 14th on Monday.
Yeah. Razor Ramon was your grandma's crush. Believe that. Your grandma was watching WWF and she had a thing for Razor Ramon. I promise you. Don't ask your grandma if you think I'm lying.
Yeah, and it's sad how he died too, because he went into the hospital with a broken hip, and complications from the subsequent surgeries resulting in 3 heart attacks. At that point, he was put on life support and he died on life support.
Oh, that's how he went.
That's how
Oh,
he
because
went.
complications of surgery. Oh,
With a
golly.
broken hip, a fucking broken hip.
I mean, I can believe that. You seen the type of punishment he's taken over the years?
Yeah, but you think that wouldn't be the thing to kill me? I would have died over a broken hip. I've been mad.
Yeah, when I heard about the heart stuff, and I just assumed it was because a lot of wrestlers, they don't really live that long due to a lot of steroid abuse, especially in the early 80s. It just catches up with you, right? So that's why I had assumed it was that. I didn't realize it was because of complications because of surgery. Wow, that's nuts. That's nuts. This dude has been falling off the highest of falls and getting slammed and had all kind of tables dropped on him and thrown through crowds and all that. And then this is what gets him because of it, bro. I would never.
Yeah.
Pulled up my mortality bingo card. Would I have thought that would have been the thing that got him?
Yep, I would have thought that would have been the beginning too.
I mean, he was one of the founding members of NWO.
Was he? Was he one of the founding members of NWO?
One of the founding members. Yeah, one of the founding members.
Ramon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he used to own it.
And Hall and Nash. I remember them two together.
Hall and Nash. Yep.
Yeah, man. I definitely remember that.
Oh, don't worry.
It's crazy to see like cats that you grew up watching. Just start. To get older.
Man, I watched the Revolution, the AEW wrestling event with Neeson, who comes and co-hosts with us. Right. And I'm in a room full of wrestling fanatics that do a wrestling podcast. They were telling me the storylines, and it's as complex as Game of Thrones.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's soap operas for men.
Yeah, it is. That's why but it's messed up. It's Game of Thrones. Like, this is going to happen. One of the guys predicts all the matches, what's going to happen in the match, because he's watched so much wrestling, and he notices the through line. Like in this year's Revolution, everything was based on the handshake, and he broke down what the handshake meant in every match, and it meant something different in the value of handshakes, and it's playing out right now in EW. Is handshakes. These are men that put down 30 hours of wrestling every week. It's 30 hours of wrestling on TV every week.
I mean, it's a job.
It's a job. It's a job. And I was like, wow, I'm totally impressed by this. Like he saw like there's the upper tier wrestlers, there's the mid tier and the lower tier, and then there's floaters, and he was telling me who's who and what they do, and I was like, this is impressive. He said, oh, yeah, the writing rooms are like 20, 30 people, and they're really great writers. Then did you know Patrice O'Neal was in the writing room of Wrestling House? He's
I can believe
WWE writer in the wrestling room. Him and Vince McMahon apparently got into it.
Wow.
Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal. Rumor was Bill Burr was in the writing room of a wrestling show.
No, I can believe that too as well. I mean, if you really, I know a lot of people like turn their nose up to it, but if you really like gave it a chance and just watch it, it is very entertaining.
It's very entertaining and hilarious.
It is very entertaining. It's silly, but it is entertaining.
And it is silly. It is silly. And it's as rough of a sport as you could ever play. Because there's no way you can ever fake a 225-pound man that's 6'5" jumping off a turnbuckle that's 6 feet high in the air on top of you. You cannot fake that. I'm watching them drop each other through tables, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a real table.
Yeah, that's why it's like when you hear when Hall passed, it's like, dang, that's what, like, you've really been punished, like seriously punished. And that's what
Paul writes it. Freddie Prinze Jr. writes in wrestling too. Oh man, so the fights are scripted, as in who wins and who loses, and the show they show, but the actual action is real. And if you mess up on any of those moves, you're hurting.
Yeah.
The reason they wear those boots and stuff is to cover for sprained ankles, broken feet. They wear those boots, and they just they take cortisone shots and numb it and tape it up and put it in those boots to protect them, so they have some support. You know, falling off a ladder is falling off a ladder.
Yeah, that is true. I remember the early 80s ones when was it Cactus Jack? I think that was his name. Mike Foley. I think that was his real name. I'm kind of dating myself. They used to have those like barbed wire matches. They put barbed wire around backs and be beaten. I was like, damn,
no. Somebody brought out thumbtacks. Spread them across the floor, grabbed the guy, went to the top turnbuckle, and suplexed him. They suplexed onto the thumbtacks. They had tacks all in their back. Oh no, I am not doing that.
Oh, big shout out to the chat. Paul Wright did say Big E broke his freaking neck on TV last week. I saw that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's wild out here. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. But I enjoy watching it. I watched wrestling that during Revolution. I was like, I gotta get back into wrestling. Wrestling is amazing. The story is hilarious, and I can look at Jade Cargill all day. I can look at her all day. She's so fine. She should be Storm. Marvel needs to grab her right now, throw her in some acting classes, and make her Storm. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, there does need to be a Storm movie.
Yeah, I was like, these dudes are nuts. They do this. They do this for real. What's wrong with them?
For real.
But everything was based on a handshake, and he broke it down to me. I was like, that is one of the most brilliant things I've just seen. That's awesome. Well, we're at time, Centel.
Is
anything you want to say? What's up?
Hey, so
look at Paul. Paul came in off the top turnbuckle. Yeah, Jade is sexy. She can't wrestle for anything. She's just big and sexy though.
I mean, sometimes you just need some eye candy. I mean, that serves its purpose too. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about entertainment, and that
is all about entertainment. She's tough though. She's like a super athlete. She's like, yeah, you're an athlete. You're a true to life athlete. Yeah, what's going on?
Check us out Sunday. We're gonna try and set this up so that we can
yes. So there's a couple things happening on Sunday. Tomorrow, you all tune in for Tech Nubians, Black nerds, Black geeks that enter in game development, talking about, guess what? Game development. For Sunday, early Sunday, me and Cynthia are going to be playing video games, and apparently we're going to grab this humble bundle, and we're going to play Left 4 Dead, not Left 4 Dead, back, whatever it's called.
Back from Dead,
whatever it is. We're going to play it. So we're going to play it on PC. So we're going to be streaming from PC, which is going to be cool. And we have Nerdtastic coming back to life again, you guys. And they're going to be covering Batman, doing a deep dive in Batman. And I think it's this week, Back for Blood. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yes. They're doing Batman. I think they start with the Batman comic books. Then they'll go to the Batman movies and TV shows. And they're doing a heavy deep dive in Batman. So they're going to come back with that. And then Monday, we're right back here with GeekBeast. I want to give a shout out to Digital Click because they always help us out. The guys looking good. They do our banners and our logos and stuff. Shout out to Rodney for doing us a good service. He did the updated background that's animated and he cuts into the videos. We're looking kind of sexy these days. And shout out to Summer Punch, our female host. We'll see her on Monday. She'll be here on Monday. And got anything to say, Centel, before we close out?
Yeah, that's it, yo. Sunday, that's it, yo. Come hang out with the awesome people on Sunday.
Oh, and let's give a shout out to Paul. Paul's a real MVP right now. He's an AEW Rampage is about to come on after the game on TNT tonight. That's how big it is. AEW, you guys. AEW is the new wrestling federation. It's not really new, but it's new enough. And that's where it's like what the NWA is before WWE swallowed them up. So yeah, so watch the game, watch some wrestling, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yo, we out.